This man proposes to his sister-in-law while in prison. As long as Alia agrees to marry him, Gihan will get her out of here. Alia has never heard anything so ridiculous. She questions how Gihan can be such a despicable man. How is he supposed to face his dead older brother? Little does she know, this is her late husband's dying wish. Gihan claims he thought it through carefully before making this decision. Alia couldn't care less about his reasoning. She warns Gihan that even if she spends her whole life in prison, she will never agree to marry him. At that moment, a police officer enters to announce the end of the meeting. Gihan has no choice but to calm the officer down, and tells Alia that he did this to protect her, and asks for her understanding. He leaves in frustration. Clearly, he's also trying to control his emotions. Alia, on the other hand, is left in a daze. She doesn't know what to do next. The lawyer asks her what Gihan said to her. Luckily, Alia is cautious about Baha's involvement. She doesn't reveal what was said during the conversation with Gihan. What she didn't expect, however, is that Demir comes to see her that evening. Alia demands to know why he's here, and warns him to leave. Demir reassures her not to be afraid, that he won't harm her. Alia insists that he leave. Demir says he came to apologize. He wants to sway Alia, and says the one who caused her to end up in this situation is Gihan. They could join forces and fight against Gihan together. But Alia of course wouldn't trust him that easily. Demir insists that Gihan isn't a good person, and advises her to recognize who her real enemy is. Then, he hypocritically tells her that if she needs anything, she can tell the police, and he'll find a way to help. Meanwhile, Dennis, who hasn't seen his mother in a while, has a nightmare. When he wakes up, he starts crying uncontrollably. Hearing the noise, Gihan hurries over to comfort him. He sits beside him to help him fall asleep again, but he knows this can't go on forever. The next morning, Dennis insists on going to find his mother. Gihan agrees to bring her back today. Kaya also supports his older brother's idea that he should withdraw the lawsuit and bring his sister-in-law home. But the mother-in-law is firm in her stance that as long as Alia refuses to marry Gihan, she will stay in prison. This puts Gihan in a difficult position. But thinking of his older brother's last wish, Gihan ultimately makes the hard decision to not change his testimony. And this decision completely disappoints Alia.